Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to another vid. It seems we have some numbers today to talk about, and this is in regards to the Mandalorian Season 3 premiere, as well as all of the Mandalorian seasons, 1 and 2. So the Nielsen numbers are in, and the Nielsen charts are basically like the most reputable rating system when it comes to streaming shows now, after 2019 or so. And it takes about 4 weeks for the numbers to get in, so now we have the premiere episode. We have the first episode of The Mandalorian, amongst other shows that we can rate it compared to. And today's article I'm going to be reading off of is Star Wars Newsnet, but there are tons of different articles that cover this as well, as you can see. And as we can see right here, we have persons 2+ total minutes viewed week of February 27th to March 5th. I'm just going to move that right there so you can see. Overall, the numbers are pretty bad for the Mandalorian Season 3 premiere. I mean, keep in mind the Season 2 premiere was much higher than this, and this is for all of the Mandalorian seasons, which is kind of unfortunate in regards to other shows because, like, The Last of Us, for example, doesn't have any other seasons, and they still did better, you know? So I'm hopeful that The Mandalorian will start to trail upwards as we start to get more exciting episodes, even though there are only like 3 left. But let's go into the depths of why I think this is happening, as, you know, The Mandalorian is really the bread and butter of Star Wars right now, especially after everything that happened with the sequel trilogy. The Mandalorian brought a lot of fans back into their seats, and a lot of new fans, a ton of new fans because of Baby Yoda. So I would like to give my take on why I think overall The Mandalorian isn't doing too well. And I mean, that's just not my words, that's everybody's. Look, The Mandalorian Nielsen ratings dropped big, nearly 40%. Viewership ratings lower than Season 2. Nielsen streaming top 10. Mandalorian debuts at number 5. I mean, it's great for Pedro Pascal, as he's, you know, got 2 hit shows basically at this time, The Last of Us and The Mandalorian. But I think there is an overall reason as to why Mando isn't doing as well as it should have been. First of these reasons, in my opinion, is because simply they took way too long to release the show. It took 2+ years from The Mandalorian Season 2, which had crazy hype with the finale. I mean, the whole show, the whole season was arguably their best season yet. Grogu trying to be reunited with his people, Ahsoka comes in, you go to the Seeing Stone, you got Moff Gideon after him, the Empire, the Dark Troopers, and so on and so forth, and then Luke Skywalker coming in. By far, one of the best seasons that they've had for The Mandalorian. Took way too long. That hype died after about a year and a bit. People didn't really care as much anymore. There are other stuff to focus on, other shows to remember. And the other reason is because Book of Boba Fett explained something that really, first of all, in my opinion, shouldn't have happened with Grogu leaving Luke Skywalker, which was the entire reason that Season 2 existed, was to unite Grogu with his people, with the Jedi, and Luke coming in to train him. Literally the whole reason of Season 2, the whole premise, everything that we went through was to unite him with Luke Skywalker, a Jedi. And that was completely redacted with him just up and leaving, going back to the Mando. And a lot of newcomers to Star Wars, or a lot of, you know, like weekend Star Wars fans who watched just The Mandalorian, were really confused when they saw Grogu and Mando in the trailers. Like, this doesn't make sense. Why is he with Mando again? And the reason for that, of course, is because I believe the studio thought that they would have better reviews or ratings if Grogu was with Mando again versus if he wasn't. I truly don't believe that this, you know, that was really the way that it was intended to be. And then, you know, with Jon Favreau, bless his heart, I'm a big fan of his, coming out and probably being forced to say that Grogu was with Luke for 2 years. I mean, I think we all missed that memo, right? So anyways, that is the second reason, you know, Grogu completely changing his whole path of why we were with him for Season 2 and leaving Luke Skywalker to go to Mando. The other reason is because it's really not all that exciting. The show, Season 3, is really not all that exciting until finally now, at the end of Episode 5 of 8 episodes. Now you got Moff Gideon returning. He's escaped somehow, you know, and there's Mandalorians that are with him. Bo-Katan now has walked both paths, she Death Watch and Children of the Watch, so she's been honored to be able to remove her helmet as she pleases, so she can unite both different clans, different types of Mandalorians. Now she has to go throughout the galaxy and try to bring them all together. It's getting interesting. It's getting really cool. It's getting good. But it took way too long. Now what, we got episode 6, 7, and 8 to tie it all together and then leave us waiting for what, another 2+ years? No. That's not going to work. They're going to get really poor reviews and ratings like this again if they do that. So in my opinion, if they really want to capitalize on hopefully the climactic end to season 3, and I'm hoping they got a lot of cool stuff up their sleeve for these next 3 episodes, because not that many episodes left. Okay, so I think to be at this point where we're at now with episode 5, I think we should have already been there by episode 3. End of episode 3 at the latest, we should have already been where we're at now. But they dilly-dallied, they wasted a lot of time on stuff, and it's unfortunate because now we don't know how long we have to wait until season 4, but at least we know we're getting a season 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7, because Jon Favreau said we're about halfway there, almost, not even, of a much larger story, which means that Grogu could actually be the story that continues after season 8 or 9 or whatever it could be. So if they want to avoid these low Nielsen numbers, they need a better season. In my opinion, they need to make it more exciting. Like season 2 was phenomenal. Season 1 was phenomenal. Very exciting, very captivating, very fun. You know, you can't wait until The Mandalorian comes out. Right now, you know, the consensus is like, yeah, whatever, man. We got a Mandalorian episode. Cool. I guess I'll watch it. It's not like, holy crap, I can't wait till next week rolls around so I can watch the next episode. And this is coming from a major fan. And this is coming from seeing all of your guys' comments and everything that goes on with the channel. I read all the comments, not all of them, but I read a lot of them, and I see you guys' live chats during the live streams that not a lot of you are as excited as you used to be. I remember, you know, so I think it's because fatigue perhaps has set in, but overall I think general hype has died because it's just been far too long of a gap. They can't do that. I don't think that's really going to be beneficial to them in the long run. So if they want to capitalize on the whatever hype they got coming for season 3, probably it'll trail into Ahsoka, which is great. We're not going to have to wait long, maybe just a few months, as it's rumored to come out in the summer. But beyond that, they got to release the next Mandalorian season just when this one ends next year, right? So we originally were supposed to get the Mandalorian in December when they had announced Boba Fett. Boba Fett then was pushed to February of 2022. So originally we were supposed to get all of this in 2021 and we didn't. So it's just too long of a gap, man. A lot of the hype died and, you know, people get busy, they move on with their lives, and that's it. So anyways, these are my thoughts on why the ratings are not as high as perhaps they wish them to be. The fact that this is a rating for all of the Mandalorian seasons is kind of sad, but I'm waiting to see what the reviews and what the ratings will be going forwards once we have all 8 episodes accounted for, which we probably won't get those numbers until the end of May, probably halfway into May, end of May, we'll probably get the numbers for Nielsen for all of The Mandalorian, as The Mandalorian ends, I think, April 19th or something like that, or April 20-something. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think The Mandalorian Season 3 is off to a great start? Do you think these numbers are low because it's competing with The Last of Us and this and that, and it's just the first episode? Or do you truly believe that, yeah, they got a bit of a problem and they need to work on it? They need to release seasons a lot quicker, not, you know, 2+ years, and they need to basically make better episodes for these seasons as well, a little more captivating and get to the point a little quicker, or at least introduce a villain a little quicker. Anyways, those are my thoughts. I'd love to read yours, and thanks for watching today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.